In 1967, in the Six-Day War in June, Israel captured Old Jerusalem, and with that, finally access to the Western Wall, or the Wailing Wall, and in fact to the whole Temple Mount. Moshe Dayan, who was at that time, I believe, the Minister of Defense for Israel, having captured the Temple Mount, immediately gave it back to the Islamic Authority, the Waqf, overseeing the whole complex. Fast forward to today, and there's this headline where the Prime Minister of Israel, Netanyahu, assures the European Union, because the European Union is upset with what's going on around the Temple Mount, and he assured them, no Jewish prayer on the Temple Mount. And he went on to explain, Jews pray at the Western Wall, Muslims pray on the Mount. What's wrong with this picture? Jews can only get as close as the Western Wall, which is really a foundation wall of the original Temple Mount complex. Muslims, on the other hand, can ascend onto the top of the Temple Mount and can pray at the Al-Aqsa Mosque. This is the primary holiest site for all Judaism, but the closest they can get is to the foundation wall, but not be allowed to pray on top. The reason for this, and the reason Prime Minister Netanyahu said this, is he wants to maintain the status quo. The understanding that Jews can pray at the Western Wall, Muslims on the Temple Mount. But even as he does that, in respecting all religions, Islam, Judaism, and Christianity, it's not a fair picture, because the Jewish temples, the first and second temples, stood on the Temple Mount. And if Jews really had their choice in the matter, they would wish to pray above on the Temple Mount. But because the Muslims create riots around this holy site, Netanyahu has to do what he's doing, and that is maintain the status quo, because to do otherwise is to invite criticism from the European Union, from the Islamic world, and everywhere else. So he's caught in a catch-22. Maintaining the status quo is the easiest way to go forward, because to do anything else is to have ongoing riots in Jerusalem over the Temple Mount.